ready for it.
I thought you were recording.
Welcome to the podcast. My name's Axel.
My name is Mario.
My name is Adrian.
My name's Ignacio.
This is the best part. The intro is always the best part.
It's always the most awkward.
I know. Alright, so we're installing a new episode of Ask Reddit.
Installing?
Ask
What's
Dolly.
that mean?
We're doing
what?
This is a coup.
For lack of my vocabulary.
After like almost a year and a half.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first question was it. What was your first game you ever bought?
Yeah. So,
First game.
I'll be reading the questions, by the way.
Right.
Just not this one.
So I can start. I don't know what first game I bought, but I know my brother told me that the first game he ever bought was Halo. The first one, Combat Evolved.
Oh.
When it came out on the Xbox.
Jesus Christ.
He was like, this game looks good, and then I think that was the first time he ever used his money to buy a game.
Damn.
Cause we'd always get our stuff from our parents, like they'd buy anything we'd want.
Alright, well, the first game I ever bought with my own money, I got a copy of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the N64 for about $5.
What?
Yeah.
That's how much that game's worth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is that the version that I have is like
Master Quest.
no. It's that version where I had like that scandal with the Muslim symbols and whatnot. I have.
Oh, so
I
it was
have,
one of like the early versions.
Yeah, I have one of that. I have that version.
Yo, that shit's dope.
Yeah.
You should enter in a museum.
You still have it?
I still have it, dude.
You still have it.
I
Damn.
still have
And
it.
it still runs?
Yeah, I still play it.
Damn, that's dope.
Look it up. I got a 64 somewhere.
Somewhere. She was gonna look down.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably worth a lot now because of that.
Honestly, probably.
But I'm not gonna sell it at all.
I mean,
It's a good.
It's a good ass game.
I don't know about that. That's a very strong opinion.
The symbols only enhance the gameplay.
Yeah.
It's
Good old Sharia law.
I think my first game I ever bought was Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Damn.
PS2 version?
No, Xbox.
Oh.
Better
No.
graphics.
No, dummy from fucking DICE.
Nigga, what?
On the PC.
I
EA.
bought it twice on the PC.
Was it worth both times?
Yeah, I got like 16 hours on the other one.
16 hours!
Not this one. I really come over here.
What?
I spent at least 1,000 hours in that game.
Yeah, the fucking Xbox and
Yeah.
PS2.
I was on a PS2, and 1,000 hours in each of them, actually. It was amazing.
That game
I used to
was
play
fun.
co-op too, and
Oh yeah, I fucking love Call of Battlefront 2.
yeah.
The Bible First Diary.
Mhm. Oh my god, I love that. Oh, too bad it's not
You
Recon.
should put that up.
The first game I ever bought with my own money, I technically couldn't buy because I wasn't old enough. But I gave my brother the money to go buy San Andreas.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was exciting.
That was the first copy.
No, that was the third.
Shit.
The third
That's the
copy.
third
So how much
copy.
did it cost us? Like 20?
I don't remember. You think I remember that?
Probably like 7.
Retail
Dollars?
price back then. How much did games cost?
The same as they do
Yeah,
now.
the same as they
Like
do
60?
now. 60.
Yeah, but we didn't buy it new.
But this is before like all that fucking like pre-order and like collector's edition bullshit.
It's only a recent phenomenon.
Yeah.
It's for GameStop to not get in the hole. Even though
They're
they're
trying
being
so
so-
hard.
even though, yeah, Hot Topic, save them, please. I'm about to stock up.
That fucking that Gothia corporate shirt.
Maybe I'll finally get some money. See if Hot Topic buys GameStop. buy the stock, yeah, invest, and then lose all of it because they
Fuck.
couldn't turn it around.
True 300 IQ game.
It was just a
Are
bank.
games cheaper? Oh no, man, cause I bought Battlefront 2 used, so it was cheaper for me.
All right, next question.
Next question.
Nah, technically games are cheaper now than ever before. Yep. Because that's how inflation works, my guy. What's a video game you guys always go back to?
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Why?
I don't know.
Please expand.
Please expand. Fuck.
Oh, I didn't think it'd be on, I didn't think this question would be on the test.
A part B.
Oh no.
My greatest enemy.
Fuck.
And then if you don't answer the whole thing, you lose all of the points.
Oh, that's so.
Minus 15,
Right? Yeah, no parts. No part.
No bars.
I think I don't know because you can just get into it like right away. Or for me, I can just get into it.
Metal Gear Solid.
That's the weirdest ass answer.
Well,
you know, you just get
There's
into
just like
it right
no
away.
build up to like the I don't know first encounter or something. I don't know. You just go straight ahead. That's it.
Oh shit! Yeah, you land in the swamp, right?
You're near the swamp.
Whatever. Apparently, I don't. remember
We're
the
getting
game
technical here.
Yeah. So apparently, I don't remember the game as well as I thought I did.
I think that and I think it's another.
League of Legends.
Ugh.
Let's just get it out
I
there
guess
before.
technically it counts. Yeah.
I guess.
Maybe
mine,
ones that aren't so obvious.
Mine would probably be this Berserk game from the PS2 era. I think it was called Chapter of the Millennium Falcon.
What?
I too love Star Wars.
Yes. Star Wars part of Berserk universe.
I don't know. But
That's
yeah.
the greatest crossover of all time.
Leia being raped by a rape horse.
Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know. I always thought that game was really good. I think it's still a pretty good game. It's a lot better than the other Berserk games.
And
Is
the
it like,
recent.
is it like one of those like Dynasty Warriors type of game?
Yeah, that was the most recent one.
My comedies.
So what is the one it's still like
Underappreciated in my time.
It's a lot different. So essentially, I wouldn't call it more like a hack and slash, but like you actually like.
It's like Devil May Cry.
Sort of, yeah, but with no jumping or no devil trigger and all that
like God
bullshit.
of War?
Sort of, yeah, like old God of War kind of things. But mind you, this was like
So I have to
PS2 era. But I had
Van
that
Helsing?
version on the Dreamcast. I only had the Dreamcast like once, and then it broke.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I only played it.
Flexing.
I only played it
Flexing
enough
on
to
us.
get through it.
What about you, Axel?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What are some?
Oh, I thought I
games-
answered.
Other
You-
games.
lol.
Do you have other games that
Oh,
you
rather than-
revisit? Other
than-
than
okay.
League?
Melee.
I mean, it counts.
Yeah, I like competitive games that like I don't know, they just keep the game alive when there's a competitive scene. They make the game relevant still. And it just makes it I don't know. I keep going back to Melee or League of Legends cuz it's still competitive. But I don't know, an adventure game like a single player game, I'd have to say The Last of Us. It just never gets old.
That was your answer, huh?
I actually have a few answers, but
It's all relative.
Yeah. Another one would be for me that new God of War that came out recently.
God of War.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with God of War.
Yeah, God of War.
But
God of War
the
20.
new
God of War
reboot.
2018.
Yeah,
2018.
Yeah, that. I don't know. I've played it and beaten it like 8 times already, but I just keep going back to it. It's just such a good game.
I need to fucking play that game.
I didn't play it.
I played it when I was going through a heartbreak, so I never get to appreciate it.
Man, it's an amazing story. Like it's a very well written story. I mean, there's a little bit of inconsistencies, but if you look past that, like it's a pretty good story to go through.
Yeah, I love that. If you look past the inconsistencies, that's actually really amazing.
Yeah, it is.
You could use that. You could use that to excuse anything, though. You're like, man, those prequels. If you just look past the bad writing, amazing movies.
I'm looking at No Man's Sky right now.
Just look past like the first year of
Yeah.
4 hours.
Look past the whole thing, it's pretty good. Look past the memes, it's pretty good.
Some games that I constantly revisit. Damn.
Fuck, that hurt.
The Last of Us.
You're playing it the other day.
I was playing it the other day because
I was playing RE2 and I saw you like playing Last of Us.
Yeah, because like, there's 2 games in particular that I always revisit. Both of them are made by Naughty Dog.
Oh, I got another game going.
No.
Jack and Daxter.
Yes. But I'll expand on why.
Go Flash.
But Placid, yeah. God damn it, Adrian.
But The Last of Us in particular is because that was probably the first time for me that legitimized the storytelling and why I love video games and the type of experiences that you can create with an interactive medium like that. Because it's different than a movie, which is passive, and you're specifically moving the story forward.
Yeah.
Even if it's all laid out in front of you, it's still you get more invested like that.
Mm-hmm. Chill out, Kojima.
Woo!
What? That's what was.
Yeah, I know. And Neil Druckmann.
Can I say maybe it's because a movie has to infer like a certain way that you'll feel, and they try to make you feel that way when a game could do it really easily by putting you in the hands of, as like put you in the spot of the character that you're playing.
Yeah, I really do enjoy when games give you like dialogue options. You know.
Like
Okay.
thinking of the long game. What was it? With the AI.
No, Non-Survivor.
No, the computer, the AI people.
Detroit Become Human.
Detroit Become Human.
Well, I
Couldn't
really
think of the
hasn't
name.
Dope.
I never played it yet.
I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
I like some games when they have dialogue options, but when I play a game, I'm more focused on the narrative to draw me in because, like, my major, whenever I go back to school, is going to be in film. And like you were saying, it's your interaction with the movie is different than your interaction with the game. And the way they draw you in is differently. And like I said, it's a passive experience watching a film. You can still be drawn in and love it, you know? Like, that happens to me all the time. But it's a different type of draw when you're playing a game.
I mean, you might as well do game design if you're talking like that.
It's so
totally different.
Oh, the other game I want to mention was RE4. I always go back to play mercenary mode.
Jesus.
I don't know, it's just so like satisfying playing as Hunk and he's cracking people's necks. You're in a high combo.
I always call him Hank. And I don't know why.
Hank is better.
Yeah. The other game that I always revisit was actually the very first game I ever played. Well, that I played from completion, or from beginning to end. Like, Jak and Daxter, Precursor Legacy. I always consider it my first video game because it was the first one for me, and I love that. And it was Naughty Dog's first foray into the PS2, and it was actually their first mascot that they owned firsthand because they didn't technically own Crash Bandicoot, which is crazy, you know. But
I didn't know that.
Why is he smiling?
yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking of TAC 2. Power of
Oh my lord.
When I was a kid,
I love tech.
I don't know. It just kind of seems like it was a kind of similar to Jak and Daxter, but I never played Jak and Daxter, so I wouldn't know.
I never beat that game. I got to the.
I always want to play it.
I got to the part where I had to like ride a bull.
Dude, I wouldn't know. It's been
That's
so long.
Yeah,
It's been so long.
I don't know. Like, my uncle had it for GameCube with him. He fucking gave the GameCube and all the games to our cousins in Mexico. So
Yeah,
we played
That's
the game.
ass. I had a tech game on my GameCube, but it was the Great Juju Challenge.
Juju.
The power of Juju. TAC 2.
Fucking Apocalypto for kids.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Can't deal with the games. I play a lot.
Apocalyptico was fucked.
Started back from 2, I guess. Might as well put it.
Alright, next
Hello.
question.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would. What would you guys do if you won the lotto, like right now?
Not even mention it to anybody.
True.
Because I know some states like announce it like, oh, this person won.
Can't you like do
What
it?
would you do with the money?
But what would I do with the money? I would immediately like just.
That's the point
just,
of the question.
I would
Sorry,
well, here's
I
the thing.
misconstrued this simple ass question.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a habit of making shit complicated, but isn't that the government like takes like a portion of it though? Like
There
they
you go
tax
again.
it.
They tax.
It depends.
But what would you do with the money?
Alright, let's say you have $1 million. I guess.
Let's do 100 million.
All
You
right.
win 100 million flat. That's after
Flat.
taxes or whatever.
Right.
You get a lump sum of $100 million. What would you do with that money?
I put it in a
It's a
bank
small
account
amount.
right away. Won't even like say anything. Won't mention it to my parents, my friends, nobody.
Why?
Because money changes people.
Does it?
Would
$100 million. You'll see what happens when you get that money.
would banks
I'll never get
would
that
banks
money.
accept that much?
No, they only accept about a maximum of 10,000 at a time.
What the fuck you do with that?
You get a
Just
bunch
turn
of
to cash
banks.
or some shit?
Get a bunch of banks.
Just have multiple bank
Buy them
accounts.
out.
It's like I gotta drop off some money.
I guess I gotta make a bank.
You're like, I could start a bank with all this money.
I don't think I'd do that. That's too much.
What would you do with, say, $100 million?
Retire. I haven't even started.
I was like,
I'm retiring.
What the fuck?
I'm done.
It's like,
And now you like go to school anymore.
Honestly, I'd still go to GCC.
Damn, only GCC? You're
Community
not even
college.
moving up?
No.
I think with that much money, I'd probably try to get to UCLA.
Damn.
Try.
UCLA.
Keyword try.
My psychology teacher taught at UCLA for 10 years.
Damn.
Damn.
And what, did he get accused of sexual harassment?
No,
No.
she.
Oh, I guess
Okay.
she's absolved from all that then.
Cricket went to UCLA.
Yeah, actually, he did.
No,
For
she.
film, right? So she did.
She said she
Same
liked.
shit I'm doing.
She didn't like teaching at UCLA because of how universities are more like lectures. Like you don't really get to interact with the students that much.
Yeah.
So she said at GCC she felt it was
More personal?
more personal and it's better to teach that way, which is true. I mean, the other day I told you guys I went to her class just to compliment her on how good her lecture was.
And then she started crying?
Yeah.
Damn, that was really nice of you. I don't think I've complimented teachers, but I've never,
Made them cry.
yeah, I've never made them cry. They're just like, man, you're such a good kid. And I'm like, don't patronize me, please.
Yeah, when all your high school
It's like-
teachers tell you, I see myself in you.
It's like,
What the
please,
fuck, bro?
you need to rephrase that.
Yeah, you've never had a teacher tell you that?
No.
I've had so
No.
many have told me that.
He's a C
What do they
student, my
see?
guy.
They're like, I see myself in you when I was in high school. And I'm like,
Alone.
is that why you're passing me?
Fucking loser who looks at memes all
That's
day?
why I have a. That's why I have an A in this class. Because you see yourself in me.
They're like, to be honest, yes. But that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, $1 million, $100 million. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just retire, I guess.
Yeah, retire.
Retire from your 3 jobs?
Hey, I don't even work anymore.
I'd get a new car instantly. First thing I'd do.
I'll fix my car. I don't give
I'd move with my family somewhere in Happy Valley.
Happy Valley.
Just build a house. Fuck it.
Build a house. That costs way more than 100.
Well, actually,
Be like John Marston.
80% accuracy, hammering the nails. Oh!
damn.
know that.
Do you need that 100% for
I
achievement?
love the. Yeah.
The soundtrack.
You do?
I was listening to that soundtrack the other day. I always do it when I'm cleaning.
Oh yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
no matter what the day is like.
What I would do, I'd probably pay off my student loans.
Yeah, fuck that
Really?
shit. You need that shit.
It's
It's like,
not that much.
Would
though.
you still go to ASU?
I definitely still go to ASU. And I mean, I have everything ready. I just need to pay it, pay it off before I can attend, and then hopefully it's exactly what I want. Because it's something that I've always loved to do, and I never even realized that. Oh wow, I really love film. I love doing everything with film.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, were your classes like how I mentioned, like lectures with a lot of people?
Hmm?
Like all of them?
All the lectures.
that's what
I've been to the West Campus on Thunderbird. It's a little bit smaller than that. Like I'd say it's roughly the same size as a community college classroom size, but maybe a little bit bigger.
I'd have to ask Eden. He goes to that campus.
Tempe. Well, I mean,
No,
I
to
went.
West.
Oh, I was like, I went to. He was what? I always ran into him at Tempe. No, I went to downtown, so all the classes are smaller because it's a small campus.
Oh yeah. It's
But-
in the middle of the city.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the city, but
I'd
it
always get
depended on
lost
the
there.
class. Like biology and chemistry, because they're general classes, they're gonna be massive.
Oh yeah.
But- They were even kind of small from what I could gather.
Well, it was like less than 100.
No, but it was less than.
Like a
Not
standard,
all the seats would be filled.
like a standard
Oh.
class, like maybe 40 or something. Or
Yeah, no.
Because
It was-
my smallest class at GCC right now is 15 students.
My smallest class was English, and there was, I think, 10 students.
my biggest class was maybe like 48 students, and this was when I took anatomy and physiology.
No, my biggest class was close to like 200 students,
Fuck.
because it filled up a lecture hall. So, but it was only because it was a general class.
Yeah,
So every
everyone has
major
to
took
take
it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, my smallest was criminology, which had 15. But then psychology was like 28. I don't know. I was telling teacher was like, he's gonna give a fuck. Please give everybody passing grade.
My smallest one was probably algebra when I first started college, but the thing was that we started off with way more we started off with a full class, and then by the end of the semester, there was probably like maybe a little bit more than 10 of us.
A lot of people were just like dropping out.
Yeah, because the teacher was fucking shite. Yeah.
So you gotta check rate my professor.
I don't know
Even
why.
though-
This is
No,
our
Adrian
plug.
says how stupid it is, but it works.
She has a doctorate in math, but like she's not a very good teacher. Like she understands math, but like
She doesn't understand how to teach.
Yeah, that's the problem.
She got like a lot of grandmas getting killed.
Fuck, dude.
Which is weird, because don't they, like, what is the hiring process for a college? Like, don't they have to see how you teach? And then they have to approve it?
Nah, really.
It depends on what it is.
Like
I don't know because I'm not part of the hiring
Some-
process.
Yeah,
Some-
that's part of the
I
student
think
or
some-
teacher or
I
whatever.
might
it
have to
is.
ask.
I think some of them just require a teaching license, and then like they don't even give a shit if you're actually good at it or not.
Damn, that's sad.
It depends. That's kind of the only answer we can give.
Well,
is
I mean,
it depends. Like, cause like even at a large university like me, like some of the teachers were still amazing. Like my biology teacher, who my sister currently has at the moment for Bio 181 and 182, was Lisenby, Professor Lisenby, and he's amazing. Even with that was one of my larger classes. It was over 100, but less than 200. So I don't know. I ballpark it like 150, whatever. He still like taught really, really well. He used tons of examples, and he talked to you. Like whenever we were doing stuff, he'd have us turn to our neighbors and stuff and interact.
Oh fuck that.
You can choose not to do that. He doesn't care,
Alright, good.
but the thing is like it benefits you if you do that, because he's not asking questions like, "Oh, what is this?"
Yeah.
He's asking, apply the knowledge that I just taught you to the people that are near you. How can you do that?
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, because that's the only way to pass this test. Applying your knowledge.
Yeah.
That's the only way to pass anything.
True.
Applying your knowledge, and that was a nice skill. He also recognized me, even though I never participated in class.
Yo,
But
now
that was
you-
really cool. No, like he would talk to me. He'd be like,
I
"Oh,
see
Nazi."
myself in you.
No, he wouldn't say cheesy stuff like that. But he'd be like,
It's like coming to my office.
I see myself.
Damn it, Mario.
no, but he would be like, he would talk to people. He would remember people's names.
Damn.
And I'm like, dude, how do you know? How do you remember everyone? You know, I was like, I never participated in your class. How do you remember me?
At Halverson, when he remembered me, it's like, how?
You're like, I didn't do shit in
I,
class.
I slept in front of you.
Well, then again, I can see why he might recognize you. I had this one teacher in high school where like I didn't participate the same way you did. But like she came up to me and it's like, "Oh, how are you doing?" Why? I was like, "How the fuck do you even know my name?" It's like,
What, high school?
yeah, high school. But like in high school, before she actually like took the time to know my name, she like had a name for me kind of. It was more like
Mayo.
no, like she would remember
You.
me as the guy who's always pissed off about something. Because that's usually how I am. I'm usually mad about something.
How everyone thinks you're mad about something.
Yeah.
That's a good transition. So what are you passionate about then?
Wow.
Fuck.
Got him off
Well,
guard.
Off the top of your head, what's something you're passionate about?
what I'm passionate about. I know for sure I do like helping people in some fashion. Whether it be like giving them advice or like helping them out with anything. It could be like just fucking helping them move or something. Like that, I really enjoy doing that. But as growing up, like a lot of my teachers would like kind of like, I wouldn't say beat that out of me, but like say it's like, "Oh, you have to be in it for yourself." And like, "No, fuck you then." So when I first started college, I was originally a computer science major. But then like
Gang.
I was literally about to transfer to ASU, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. And I went back to like being a medical student. My parents were pretty salty about that. It's like you were literally about to transfer. What the fuck? It's like I don't enjoy it. I won't do something if I don't enjoy it. I'll just be fucking miserable all the time.
Relatable.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah,
transferred.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Tight.
It was like the
Yeah.
goal was to find out what the fuck you enjoy and shit.
Yeah, and like I told them like this program that I want to get into, which is radiology, and it has like a 3 to 4 year wait list, and they were like kind of really mad at me. It's like, why would you throw away 3 to 4 years? It's like, I'm not throwing away a fucking thing.
Yeah, it's like I'm getting experience in that time.
Yeah, like 3 to 4 years, I can get a car, job, save some money. Like the campus that I have to go to for that program is on 40th Street in Washington. Like, there's no way I can get there on a fucking bus.
Damn.
Yeah, if anything, like, this is the smartest move for me.
I don't even know where Washington is.
It's like way out
between
east.
Lincoln and Jefferson.
I just heard street. That's not as far.
Oh, I mean, it's close to there actually.
It's by Gateway specifically. It's literally next to the airport, Phoenix Sky Harbor. Like, you just go up a little bit north and. It's
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Passed by. Yeah, I remember. I remember seeing that Gateway Community College like sign.
Yeah.
I remember I accidentally went to the airport when I was first driving. I was like, fuck it. I don't know how.
How do you end up at the airport?
Took a wrong turn.
You're asking questions that he cannot provide the answers for.
Just having a quick second. Quick flash.
So what about you, Axel? What are some things or something you're passionate about?
Winning. All we do is win. Don't you guys get tired of winning?
Shut the hell up.
Just kidding.
Fuck outta here.
Where's that from?
Shitty song.
You president?
Really?
Yeah.
The POTUS.
What is?
Biggest eye roll. We're gonna win so much you're gonna get tired of winning.
I'm sorry, I was
Proceeds
thinking
to
of
be a
that.
lame
I was
fuck.
thinking of that answer while thinking of the question, so I never actually thought of the answer.
You're thinking too hard to meme.
Yeah. It was worth it. But something I'm passionate about, I mean, I'm sure you guys have thought of something already.
Nope.
So I'll pass it to Adrian over there.
You were looking at me, so like nauseous. Passion. I don't know.
What is passion?
Yeah, psychology.
The
I don't know, the outdoors. I don't know. I just love being like outside. I don't know. I just don't like. Every time I like roll, like come through, like.
You're like,
Have you been to inside your room, like?
I've been in your room every week for.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I want to go fucking outside the city
And it's
shit.
always pizza.
Ooh.
Always
Ooh.
pizza.
Are we throwing in shade now?
Fucking hell.
I don't like pizza. I eat whatever.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, you hear that fucking rule? Yeah, that's right. I fucking.
It's gonna be a giant spike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing I got Sony Vegas Pro to cut that out.
Other than outdoors, like probably like similar technology, it's like watching films.
27
I don't
minute
I like that I haven't said my passion, but you already know it.
Yeah.
film.
Yeah, like
Dope.
just to buy you some time to think. In case.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my passions is film. Like, actually, my New Year's resolution is to watch IMDb's like top 250 highest rated films. That list. I haven't started yet because I have to watch the film. If it's on that list, I have to watch it.
I feel like half of them are gonna be crossed already.
Surprisingly,
Probably.
no. Only like a quarter. Like, yeah, but some of them I'm not at all interested in. Like, the first, because I'm starting from the bottom of the list to the top. So, the bottom of the list starts with The Wizard of Oz. And I've seen that tons of times, but I don't remember any of it really. But I gotta sit down and watch it again and actually give it a rating. Which is different. It's harder because I have to think, like, in the context of...
Like a critic?
With the
Yeah.
knowledge you've gained, you gotta apply your rating.
I gotta
to
apply that
You
knowledge,
gotta apply
boy.
the knowledge now
Yeah, and
to
I
giving
mean,
it a rating.
yeah, and I spent most of my time doing that anyways.
Yeah.
I spent most of my time while I was in the wrong major, quote unquote wrong major.
Oh shit.
Doing
Into
that
the
in-
Spider-Verse is 26.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
super
that's
excited
dope.
about that. I was like, that was, I think my,
Watching it again.
yeah, I was like, oh, can't wait. It's coming out in March. Perfect. I just need it.
No, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Wait, so does the list get updated? Which list
Yeah,
are you gonna
it's-
stick to though?
No, it's the user.
Those
It's the
users?
user rating. Yeah, and I already wrote down
But
the
it
list.
changes, right? So like
Sometimes,
while
yeah.
you're watching the movies, like, isn't it gonna change and then you gotta update and watch it, or are you gonna stick to one?
Whatever list I wrote down like 2 weeks ago, is the list that I'm going through.
All right.
Yep.
I'm out.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm thinking about it like every weekend or so.
After these 177.
Yeah, I'm not too excited about that. But like about every weekend or so, I actually go to the movie theaters to watch a film or films. So it's like, why not spend that time?
I wanted to watch one today, but I wasn't sure what's on.
I don't know. No Country for Old Men.
We can watch Broly again.
On
I
YouTube.
don't know. Spend money to watch this.
I most recently watched not Mister, but Glass. I really liked it because it was different. But I know everyone keeps whining about it. And I'm like, whatever.
It's good until, like, for me, my personal gripe is, like, the last 30 minutes.
It reminded me more of that these movies are meant to build a world. They're not. Yes, they're about, but they're not about these characters. This is just
World building.
Yeah, think about them as in the context. Say
Setup.
Yeah,
Like
think
how
of
like Force Awakens and Last Jedi are.
not really. This is more like what you would imagine the DC universe was before the God Wave hit, the second God Wave hit. So this is the world in its transition point between not there being not superheroes and superheroes. The new age of superheroes,
Yes.
which is what I really enjoyed because I thought that was unique. That's something that has been explored in the comics and hasn't really been touched on in movies at all.
Yeah.
You always start with, here's the first superhero. You never really start with, well, what if, what if we do it differently? What if it's more based in a realistic way? Like, what if these comics aren't actually just comics? Or, well, bastardized versions of history. They're historical ideas, essentially. I thought it was really cool. And besides, for better or worse, I actually do like M. Night Shyamalan's directing.
What the fuck?
Look,
I
he
hadn't
can
seen-
make good movies.
What about The Last Airbender?
Nigga.
What about The Sixth Sense? What about Split? What about
I
Unbreakable?
don't know.
What about Signs?
I don't know, man. All
We
these
say the
all-
last Airbenders. He didn't have much to work with. I'm just kidding.
Like-
What are you talking about?
Like science. Matter what.
Triggering everyone.
But, like, that's the thing, though, is he can make good films. It's just a matter of, is everybody on the team working well with each other?
Yeah.
You realize that most of the people that worked on The Last Airbender have awards for other films.
I know, just that fucking movie just really
Disappointed you.
rustles my jimmies. Yeah.
I just let it go because I don't care. He's made other movies since then. He's made better films since then.
Yeah, he has. Like Split. Split was probably like my favorite movie from him.
Oof.
Yeah, but
Chicken breast.
the five of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. But movies are just it's where it's at. I want to make a movie eventually.
Oh, we're still on the passion question.
Yeah.
You were thinking about your answer.
No, I was
He
not.
was just paying attention. He was he's in the moment.
Well, I kind of thought for a little bit, and I hate to go back to how I used to be during these podcasts, but I hate to be cliche.
Yo, cliches are fun.
my phrase, but I think I'm passionate about finding a purpose.
Oof.
Interesting.
That's deep.
I don't know how else to explain it. It's just as simple as that.
Socrates Part 2.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah, I know.
Is your purpose winning the Grand Slam of EVO?
At Evo.
EVO.
At Evo. No, that's a dream to have, but I've never thought of
What are some ways that you go about trying to find your purpose?
trying a lot of things. Because, like for instance, I went to 2 music schools, trying to thinking that I would like find my purpose or passion liking music, but it never turned out that way. Like I'd get better, but I'd never get any.
There's not a clicking moment
Yeah,
that
there's
you're
no
like,
click.
this is what I want to do.
So that's why I moved back to regular high school.
Thanks.
Thanks, yeah. And I don't know. I like once I got into Maryville, I was like, oh, I'll try a club. So I tried a chess club, and like I liked it a lot, but I still didn't have that click to the drive to want to get better or
want
like
to do it
see myself doing it forever, or you know. And now I tried music again at GCC. That didn't work out. And
So
I'm doing computer science now, but it's still not clicking.
You just had to
At
wait.
this point, I'm just choosing something so I have something to work on after college.
That's fair.
If you decide to be a programmer, they make pretty decent money.
That's why I chose it.
Yeah. That's why I went into computer science too, way back when. But fuck that.
What stands between you and complete happiness?
Oof.
Finding a purpose.
That's a fair answer.
I don't know.
Is it something personal? Is it your family? No, your family only supports you.
I don't know about that.
Depends.
Damn, Mario. Depends.
Yeah. I was like, cause, like, my family was fully supportive when I told them, oh yeah, I'm going into medicine. But after I told them, like, oh yeah, no, I dropped that shit. I'm going I'm going into film. They were more hesitant. Not my immediate family, cause my immediate family was like, yo, you're way better suited for that.
Fucking do it, yeah.
Yeah, like, I remember I was out running, and that's when I made the decision. I was like, I don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So I told my brother and his, well, they weren't, his then girlfriend.
They weren't married yet?
Fiance?
Then fiance, yeah, because I think he had proposed already. So then fiance, I was like, I'm going to switch my majors. I'm going to switch my major. I'm going to go into film. And they were like,
alright,
good. That fits you way more than anything in medicine would have. I was like, yeah. And it kind of helped tie me down. Like, if I said it, I have to do it now. But, so I guess, for me at least, the one thing that's one of few things that's blocking me from complete happiness is, well, myself, in a weird cliche way.
Yeah.
But it's more finding the motivation to finally dive in and say, I'm going to do this. I need to do this. And I'll find a way.
Did you have like a moment during that transition when you were hesitant, like you didn't know if you were going to go through with it, and you kept deciding, no, I'm going to stay in medicine, no, I'm going to switch, no, I'm going to, I don't know.
Honestly, yes and no. So I started at ASU and I was like, I kind of don't want to do medicine. I was already there and I was like, I really don't want to do this.
So you stuck out and finished the semester though?
I finished the year off in that degree and then I changed it. But the reason why I stayed in medicine was because my then girlfriend was nursing.
Right.
Yeah, and then we broke up and I was like, wow, I need to get better. And I was thinking of ways to do that. And I guess there were times where I was like, no, I should stay in medicine because I'm already doing it, But then obviously the other part of me beat it one out in the end, saying, you're miserable with this. You're going to be miserable going to this campus. You're going to be miserable doing everything that you thought you wanted. Why stay? Why not do something you actually are passionate about? And then, the student loan hit and they're like, guess you can't come back to school. And I was like, oof.
That fucking nail on the road he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Next season.
That was a big fat to be continued. And the season hadn't been renewed yet.
It's like you're leaving the campus and they just fucking shoot your fucking knee.
Yeah. It's like,
the project has been put on hiatus.
Yeah. But other than personal things, I think systemically, there's a lot of systems in place to keep people like us down. Whether that be the creed that we have, the color of our skin, or the age that we are.
Yeah.
And, well, it's always an uphill battle, but I wish it was more even.
Mm-hmm.
But, I still gotta go uphill. And I got an even bigger hill because I guess apparently the United States doesn't care about young people and the plight and the damage.
Yeah, a bunch of old people still in the government. Like, they're like, what, 60s and shit? 70s?
Just pull out that death note.
I wish. Go be an edgelord and shit.
Jesus, Mario.
Anime.
What was it? In Death Note when he goes like starts writing really like all dramatic. The camera's all close up to the pen and shit.
Yeah.
That's the first episode.
Yeah. No,
Was it?
no the first episode was when like he fucking finds it and then he tries it out. It's like,
Oh,
it's like, is it like legit? Writes it in and then just like 30
Oh, yeah.
seconds later, dude fucking dies. Yeah.
It's fucking awkward as camera close up on the forehead. So weird.
Well, the reason I asked you that was because when I was switching, I was hesitating a lot. But I don't know, like some of my classmates in music major, like the classes I had with them, they were not pushing me, but they were supporting me, like telling me that it wasn't a bad idea. Because
It wasn't a bad idea. That's different than saying that's a good idea.
Yeah. It's because at the time, like they all saw that I was like still interested in math because I was taking calculus even though I didn't have to for that major. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take calculus just in case I decide to switch. So I was like ready for it. So, but I mean, I ended up deciding to do it because I was like, I could do better than this, even though
I can do more.
it's because the way that the program was set up was trying to make you into a music educator, which was totally not what I wanted to do. I wanted to write music,
Yeah.
not teach music. I was like, I want to teach music with myself at the school and then learn how to make it so that I could write it. Which I'm still going to do, but I think that could be a passion of mine because I like writing music. I've done it before. But I guess I have to teach that to myself now more through the power of YouTube tutorials.
There's a lot of satisfaction that comes with
I mean,
learning things on your own.
You can look up stuff by Oni. You know who Oni is, right?
Only games?
No. No. If you listen to Chris's music, it's really good.
Oh yeah, no, like I was kind of memeing, but
Oh, okay.
his music's actually really good. Like I was.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, he taught himself music. So if you can if he can teach himself and be that good, then I'm pretty sure you can do that too.
And be better.
I mean, like
Shut the
Raul was
love it.
already making music. Or make covers, technically.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, he's
So
still,
he did make like that one music that's like that he did for class. I forgot what it was.
I mean, he's still asleep.
I helped him
probably.
with that.
No, he's been awake.
I helped him make that song because he didn't know how to start or what to do.
No credit, no nothing. Fuck.
No credit.
That is what you
Actually,
call
he did give
exposure.
me, I don't even know if he gave me credit. He probably did, but I didn't help him write the whole like melody and stuff, but I helped him write it so the music flowed in a direction.
So
It
you're
sounded
the
nice.
director.
Because you need like the bass lines are harder to write than the melody. The melody you could just make something up really easily, but
Yes.
moving the
As a former music major, I understand.
moving the music forward is more difficult with the chords you have to use because you can't just use random chords in whatever direction you want. I mean, you could, but you'd create different sounds and probably not what you're looking for. The double true.
So Mario,
Well, I'm not at that point anymore. I'm actually past it. But when I was still a computer science major, like I had everything pretty much laid out in front of me, in terms of like how my life is gonna be, because I was part of the STEM program as well. Like they were giving me like $5,000 a semester. But, yeah, they were giving me $5,000 a semester.
He misses it.
to keep going into computer science. And since I was like basically knocking on the door of going to ASU, I told them like, dog, I don't want to do this.
they're like,
And they're like, I mean, thankfully, like, I guess my mentor, Amanda Chapman, or Dr. Chapman, I should say now. Like
yeah, cut that last bit.
cut the last bit.
Edit it out. Was that
I would say
44.
she was pretty supportive, but she was still like wanting me to stay in the program because I told her I wanted to do like either ultrasound or like radiology, which is like X-rays and all that. And she told me, it's like, oh, if you do decide this, you can't be in the program anymore because it supports STEM majors, not medical majors. Like, yeah, I'm aware of that. And like she was telling me, is like, oh, we can go through the other options that STEM supports, like biology, like I think it was something relating to, I wouldn't say biomedical engineering, but it was like something with biomedical in it. Another one was toxicology.
Mm-hmm.
Another was engineering, math, and
So you just had to tell her that you weren't gonna do any of that stuff.
yeah, I was gonna tell her. I told her first before my parents, because if I told my parents first, then Dr. Chapman, my parents would have basically just yelled at me and told me, he's like, no, you're gonna stay in this because you're getting money. He's like, all right, whatever. But it's a good thing I told her first because she gave me the confidence to like tell my parents.
Yeah, she like set you in stone, like that you were gonna change directions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She didn't like fight with me. She like actually like listened, not like my parents do. Which I really appreciated that.
Yeah,
And
shout out to my parents for not listening.
Yeah, and I told them, and like they were like pretty. Well, my dad didn't seem too like,
Livid.
Yeah, well, I mean, if anything, it looked like it didn't even bother him at all. But I told my mom about it. It's like, are you serious? Like, you're getting like $5,000 a semester. You're going to school for free, and to university for free. It's like, Mom, if I don't enjoy it, like, nor am I interested in it, then there's no point in me doing it. Like, I know they make good money. Like people from ASU. Because here's the thing: in the STEM program, you also get internships, or you also work along with people that you want to, from like the major you want to do. So my computer science kind of thing, I actually worked with the IT department at Phoenix College. So that's like amazing experience through that program. And I pretty much had my whole academic career set out for me in terms of if I stayed in the STEM program, but I was not happy. There you go. So what the fuck? I told my mom. She yelled at me, of course, and then later on she was like, it's like, whatever.
You're like, I don't really care, man. I already changed it.
Yeah, it's like,
I already changed it.
I'm already decided. I've decided, like, I mean, I guess now she supports me, but like she's like still like kind of saying, it's like that whole program had your entire life set out for you.
You're like, okay.
It's like, yeah, alright, whatever, Mom.
Could have had some other kid set up for it.
Yeah, it's like some kid can take my place, and I wouldn't even give a fuck. Like, he could be making like two times more money than I would, which is crazy because I looked at ASU's I guess career page, where like it shows like example careers if you were in that major. Like a lot of them start off entry level wise like $70,000 already. I'm like, that's pretty good. But even then, like, I don't want to go to a job where I'm getting paid a shit ton of money, and like I want to die while I'm working. You know.
Welcome to corporate America.
Yeah. But yeah.
We'll catch you on that train.
You catch you on that train.
What about you, Adrian?
What up?
What do you think what is something, or the major thing, that's standing between you and pure happiness?
I don't know.
Is there even something?
I don't know. You seem like the
He's
kind
happy
of like
now.
I don't give a shit kind of guy.
Well, I mean,
No, that's Raul. That's his
Trying to
nihilism
think.
and everything.
because I don't feel like unhappy.
But you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's like okay, and it's like going forward in my life. I mean, like there was a point I wasn't happy. You have to go through that, which was like summer. I don't know. Summer's always shitty with me. I hate summers. But like,
It's because it's hot.
yeah.
Because not technically, but morally, isn't everybody thinking of like the same goal, even though they haven't thought about it, is to just be happy? They think they think about the previous goals to that, but the ultimate goal is to be happy.
Was it like pursuit of happiness?
Yeah, the pursuit of happiness.
Okay,
I don't
Will
know, man.
Smith. Yo, that's hot.
It's real life.
That guy Gary Vee though.
I don't know who the hell you're talking about, dog.
Well, like, there was a point where it was like, I had fucking 2 jobs, going to fucking college, fucking driving everywhere and shit.
Trying to get girls at the same time. That was a job in itself.
No, we don't talk about that. That happened before the podcast.
I don't know, but I wasn't like looking for anything serious. Right? 'Cause I know you can't find shit in Tinder. The fuck? I mean,
That's not true. You just need to look harder.
yeah, it's somewhere in the world, not in Arizona, that's for sure. My wife was in Japan.
What?
I don't know, like,
vacation.
Jesus.
fucking, at least I finished my first year of college. Because I dropped out, what was it, third semester? Just to get money.
I mean, I wouldn't say you dropped out.
What do you mean?
Because if you dropped out, that means you have no intention of going back.
That's not true.
Oh,
Technically, I dropped out.
so yeah.
Because you're broke.
Yeah, I'm
No, it's not because I'm broke.
I'm broke.
I know.
That's why I have fucking 2
I
jobs.
mean, I guess technically it's because I'm broke, but
And I don't know, and then
To kick me
fucking
out.
going to Mexican restaurant every fucking day.
Yeah, and you and Snapchat.
hey, don't badmouth Julio G's, okay?
That's actually my white hate.
Yeah, your white hate is like there's so many white people here with like a concerned emoji.
Was like, I don't know.
It was some emoji, but still, it's like there's still like a little bit of
Yeah,
racism.
that's when I
going
got like
on
really
there.
like, I don't know, it's just like, fuck those people. I hate working there. Fucking quit. When I had once I had the opportunity to like go to just to go to UPS, I fucking quit that shit right away. Oh my god. Like I remember the supervisor like,
And now you quit UPS.
oh yeah, I'm going to fucking army.
Fucking nerd.
Get that military discount.
I'm trying to get that Charger, boy.
That Camaro,
I have a-
26 interests.
I have a friend that always asks for military discount no matter where we go. And he gets mad when it's not there.
Can't you put a military discount on online shopping?
Isn't it like $5 though?
Yeah,
2%.
$5 for like
2%.
2 gallons of gas.
Oh my god, that means they pay you. Yeah, as long as you only get 1 gallon.
I don't know. I feel like the one thing, maybe it's like lack of motivation. So hopefully I get something like that during the army. It's like to push myself.
Yeah, they're pretty good at that.
Yeah, I'm fucking
No.
screaming like fuck. I mean, yeah, that's for sure.
It's because they're breaking you down and build you back up.
They're trying to create drones. They don't give a shit about you. They're just trying to... I'm sorry.
Start off there.
Fucking Antifa over here.
Well, yeah, I just remembered something I want to talk about. My
Yeah, go
brother was telling me
He wants
how
to be
Bill
right.
Gates was gonna like come to Arizona and do some
What, philanthropy?
new city,
Fountain Hills.
city of tech.
Oh.
Or like Silicon Valley, but in a desert. Where isn't Silicon
Oh,
Valley?
Silicon Valley, except without all the good things.
Oh, well, yeah, wasn't there supposed to be a city being built here?
Mm-hmm. You think I care about Arizona? Arizona is a cesspit of some of the worst types of people.
Yo, what'd you say about me?
Not including us,
There's
obviously.
some place in California called California City.
Biggest liar.
I know, trust me. What?
Yeah, I fucking hate Arizona too.
I hate Arizona.
Thanks, guys.
I like the north part of Arizona.
It's okay. You're my favorite part of Arizona.
Hey.
Why?
Fuck you guys.
I like the land. The thing I like about Arizona is the landscape.
I like the state is beautiful, but the people that populate the state are far from.
I guess heard how fucking cold it is in Chicago, right?
Yeah, they hate me.
Yeah, it's fucking
Wait.
snowing there right now.
There's still kids in basketball shorts.
All the white people, they're like, it's not even cold. It's just a little nip. It's just a little nippy.
Fucking-
Yeah, I went to fucking
That's thanks to evolution and your skin color, fam.
I went to fucking Flagstaff.
Nordic power, boy.
I went to Flagstaff. There were literally guys wearing basketball shorts and sandals.
No, I was in Flagstaff and like I had this thin ass jacket and I was wearing basketball shorts.
Fuck. That was pretty
It was fine. It was like How cold is it? It was like Tony, something like that. It was colder actually.
It's only cold when there's a hard breeze.
It's the wind chill.
Yeah, we kind of went there during the storm.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah, I couldn't fucking see.
yeah, that's a bad idea.
Fucking. But the storm only lasted like, what, 10 minutes? I don't know.
That's it, huh?
Is that fine?
I think we should do one more question. We're at 55.
All right.
Minutes? Damn, dog.
Minutes?
I want to listen to the clip where I'm like super close to the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to that.
It's at 44 minutes.
Right.
I got you, fam.
Fucking roasting Raul.
Focus talking you sleep. Make that 55 as well.
Would any of you ever like to be famous?
I don't know,
And if you did, or not, why?
For the good, famous for a good reason or a bad reason?
Just famous.
You get to choose.
I get to choose.
I just told you that.
Alright.
I think for me, like, I just don't want to deal with paparazzi.
I mean,
I just don't want this.
there's tons of people that are famous and don't deal with that.
I guess. I guess I'll go
Twitter
with that
famous.
route.
Just want to be Twitter
Oh my
famous,
god, I
guys.
see your Twitter feed.
We had that 200K retweets.
I want my tweet went viral.
I was actually thinking about that today because in the morning I was thinking about how some people that are famous share their thoughts and they get like a lot of likes and retweets. And like, well, I have the same thoughts, they just don't get the same likes and retweets. But
no one gives a shit about you. That's why.
exactly.
Or you know how like
So like the only reason
100,000 followers.
I'd want to be famous, but not really. Like, but if I had a reason for it to be true, it'd be because I want people to listen to what I have to say.
So you just want people to, yeah.
He wants to be a motivational speaker. Ain't it obvious?
We won.
That's his purpose.
Tired of winning.
Tired of winning.
No, I wouldn't want to be famous. If I had the choice, I would like legit like live out in the woods like Kratos would.
Fucking loser.
What?
You're gonna name your
chopping
son
down-
Artemis or
chopping
whatever?
down-
No, it's not that. I just don't want to fucking.
Atreus or
I don't want to
Atreus.
deal with fucking people. That's
Boy.
Boy.
for the most part. I don't want to deal with people.
Why not?
It's just.
You end up dealing with people eventually.
You
I
have to
will-
deal with people.
I know.
It's just a
Which
fact.
is kind of a contradiction to what I just said earlier. That I want to help people, but at the same time, fuck people. I do, but at the same time, like I just want to be.
What was the
Alone.
thing called?
I want to have my isolation. That's what I want.
Like, you wanna
I think
help,
That's
like,
what I want to say.
What's the thing called when you want to help people but without like interacting them?
Customer service.
No, like there was like something that people would do that. There's something like there's a thing called where like people would like we just donate just to have that feeling of donating even though they don't give a fuck.
Altruism?
Is that what it is?
Not really. Altruism is a philosophical idea
It's a
that
way of life.
kind of, but altruism basically says that it's people that are selfish or selfless for selfless reasons. They aren't doing it to get any sort of gratification.
No, what's wrong with the other thing?
Well, I know, but that's the closest thing I can think of. I can't really think of what it is that you're talking about.
I remember I saw it once.
Damn, fucking, you need a brain blast. Scan all the Wikipedia articles.
You can just make
You're
it
gonna
up.
make that fucking vein on your forehead pop.
Damn.
I have a fucking pimple.
I know you sent it in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was a pimple. I thought it was your nipple.
On
Damn.
his forehead? The hell?
Fuck, we liked him. I remember watching that shit from the doctors. It was like a lady with 9 nipples.
She a dog.
That's interesting.
No, she's not a dog. She's a fucking human.
I forgot what the question was.
Famous
But I already
or
answered.
famous?
Would you like to
Okay.
be famous in what way?
Okay, yeah, I already answered. Ignacio?
Yeah, actually. I mean, that's the entire, well, not the entire
That's
goal.
your ultimate goal.
But-
Because that's the only way people watch movies.
Not necessarily. I was like, there's tons of, I mean, I watched Boots Riley's movie. Did you even hear about Sorry to Bother You?
No, I don't even know. I don't even know. I barely even know like maybe 2 directors' names.
Oh, but
That's
I mean,
it.
it's kind of the thing is, I would love to be famous as a movie director because I want to make films and I want to have a positive reaction when my movies get released.
Just make sure you don't have a Twitter.
If I was famous,
I already have a Twitter. I don't
Fuck.
care.
if I was
They're
famous,
gonna look back and then
So
What are they gonna see?
That you made jokes about fucking kids.
No. Here's the thing. Is
not everyone participates in that, Mario.
yeah. Now
I was taking-
everyone's into lollies like
I was
you.
I was taking a stab after that Guardians of the Galaxy guy.
His name is James Gunn.
Yeah,
Yes. I know. I know all about it, and I think it's shitty. And I hope Disney comes to their senses. And
Doubt it.
I think once they reach that pinnacle, like of being like famous, they just shit post.
How famous is too famous?
This is Elon Musk.
I'll probably just
Meme review?
I just probably just bunch of emoji post.
Yeah.
Fucking Communist Manifesto.
Alright.
I tweet lines from that.
That was the last question. Let's end it.
All right.
Create a bot.
Well, now that we have an hour of
Content.
recording of content, I can split it into 6 videos and get that ad revenue.
God
Boy.
damn it.
Let's get it. No, just kidding.
Gets
But,
demonetized.
thank you guys for joining us. If you even made it this far, I wonder who does.
Yeah, I'm always surprised.
There's a couple viewers. That
I
we
can
have.
barely make it.
I could barely make it through the 5 minutes. All right, well,
Yeah, follow me.
see ya.